Okay students, now we will start with the word problems. So here the question given is, a mixer manufacturing company manufactured 600 mixers in third year and in seventh year they manufactured 700 mixers. If every year there is same growth in the production of mixers, then find number 1, production in the first year, number 2, production in 10th year, and the third question is total production in first 7 years. Now see what is the question given here. The question given here is, a mixer manufacturing company is there. It has manufactured 600 mixers in the third year, and in 7th year they have manufactured 700 mixers. So now see, by seeing the question itself you will come to know what type of formula you have to use here. You have to make use of formula T of n is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. Why? Because see, T3 here given is as 600 and T7 given here is as 700. So what we have to consider here, you have to consider that company manufactured T of n mixers in the nth year. Then as per the given information, T3 is equals to 600 and T7 is equals to 700. Now we all know the formula. So what is that formula? T of n is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. So using that formula, you will write here T of 3. So T of 3 is equals to a plus, in place of n here is 3. So 3 minus 1 into d. We don't know the value of a, we don't know the value of d. So now by using this formula, you will get some type of equation. So what is that equation? A plus 2d is equals to 600. Why? Because T3 is 600. So that you consider as equation number 1. So now you have to use T7 now. So now T7 is equals to a plus 7 minus 1 into d. Why? Because the value of n here is 7. So T7 is equals to a plus 60, and T7, the value of T7 here is 700. So a plus 60 is equals to 700 here. Now see here. Now a plus 2d is 600, a plus 6d is 700. So now how you will make use of that? Now see what you have to do. You have to substitute. You have to take 2d to other side of the equation. So since to one side of the equation it is adding here, to other side of the equation it will go and subtract. So the value of a here you got it as a is equals to 600 minus 2d. Now see what you have to do. In place of a, in equation number 1, you have to write 600 minus 2d. Or in equation number 2, you have to substitute the value of a as 600 minus 2d. So we are substituting a is equals to 600 minus 2d in equation number 2. So what is our equation number 2? Equation number 2 is a plus 60 is equals to 700. So you have to substitute the value of a as 600 minus 2d. So now 600 minus 2d plus 6d is equals to 700. So now minus 2d plus 6d will be 4d. So 4d, now 600, 700 minus 600 you will get it as 100. So value for 4d is equals to 100. Therefore d is equals to 25 because 100 by 4 is 25. Now once you got the value of d here, it will be easier to find the value of a. So substitute in any one of the equation d as 25. Automatically you will get a value of a. So now you have substituted the value of d in equation a plus 2d is equals to 600. So the value of a you will get automatically. So a plus 2d means what? 2 into 25 is equals to 600. So a plus 50 is equals to 600. So 50 is adding to one side of the equation. To other side it will go and subtract. So the value of a you got it as 550. So your first solution, you got the answer. Production in first year was 550. Now what is your next question? Next question is production in 10th year. Now you have to find T of 10 now. Now see, you have to make use of formula again. T of n is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now here you got the value of a, you got the value of d. So now T10 how you will find? C now. So therefore T10, because T10 you have to find. So T10 is equals to 550 plus 10 minus 1 into 25. So 550 plus 10 minus 1 is what? 9. 9 into 25, that is 225. So therefore production in 10th year was 775. Now see, your third question is what? total production in first 7 years. So for finding that total production, that is sum of n terms, that means you have to make use of formula S of n. So the formula for S of n is what? S of n is equals to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So value for a you know the value of d. So you have to substitute in that equation so that you will find the value of S of n. So here on your screen, values I have substituted or I have put, and I got the value of S of n here. So that is 4,375. So therefore total production in first 7 years is 4,375 mixers. Now see your next question. Next question is what? Ajay Sharma repays the borrowed amount of rupees 3,25,000 by paying rupees 30,500 in the first month and then decreases the payment by 1,500 every month. Now see the word decreases. That means your first term is 30,500 and D is preceding here or decreased value is given. That means D will be negative here. That is minus 1,500. So now see what you have to find. How long will it take to clear this amount? Now you have to make use of S of n. Why? Because Ajay Sharma repays the borrowed amount, total amount. That is 3,25,000. That means Sn here is 3,25,000. So you have to make use of Sn formula, that is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So automatically you will get the value of what you have to find here. Now see, I have substituted the value of S of n, that is 3,25,000. N by 2, I don't know value of n. So 2 into n minus 1. So that is n minus 1. What is your A here? 30,500. So 2 into 30,500 plus n minus 1 into D. D is what? Minus 1,500. So now see what you have to do. N minus 1 into D. Value of D, that is minus 1,500. N minus minus plus. So now see your next step will be what? N by 2 into 2 into 30,500 minus 1,500 and plus 1,500. Because the value of D here is negative. So by substituting that values, you got the value as, you got one of the equation. By seeing that equation, you will come to know it is a kind of quadratic equation. So what type of equation you got it here as? 750 n square minus 31,250 n plus 3,25,000. That is equals to 0. Now by seeing that, I'll take 250 as common. Once I took 250 as common, I got another equation, that is 3n square minus 125n plus 1300 is equals to 0. Now see, now I have to find the factors. You have to solve that equation simultaneously. I'll get the value of n in, I'll get two values of n here because it is, since it is quadratic equation, so I'll get the two values of n here. So by seeing on the screen, you solve the equation so that you will get the value of n. So now you have to substitute that value of n and you have to find the answer how I have solved in that way. Now see here another question. What is that question? Anwar saves some amount every month. In first 3 months he saves rupees 200, rupees 250 and rupees 300 respectively. In which month will he save rupees 1000? Now see what you have to do. See now, saving in first month is rupees 200, in second month is 250, in third month is 300. So now see that you have to substitute. That means here the value of A is 200 and D means difference between the values, that is 50. Now what you have to find? You have to find n using the formula T of n. Once you find the value of T of n, you will get the value of n. Then you have to make use of formula S of n. Okay. So now see, we know the formula T of n. T of n is equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. So in place of A, you have to substitute, you have to put the value as 200 plus n minus 1 into D is 50 So 50 will multiply with the bracket n minus 1. So what type of equation you will get? 200 plus 50 n minus 50. So 200 minus 50. Now see, T of n is 1000. Put the value. 1000 is equals to 200 minus 50 is 150 plus 50 n. Now what you have to do? See now. 1000 minus 150. So 1000 minus 150 is 850. So 50 n is equals to 850. So therefore the value of n is equals to 850 by 50. So value of n you got it as 17. So in the 17th month he will save rupees 1000. Now in 17 months how much total amount will he save? That question is not asked here, but you have to find the value. So what will be the total? How much total amount is saved now? So that you will get by using formula S of n. So what will be your S of n here? Now you got the value of n as 17. So put on the values whatever you know. So S of n is equals to 17 by 2. 2 into a is 200 plus n minus 1, that is 17 minus 1, that is 16, into d is 50. So 17 by 2. 200 into 2 is 400 plus 16 into 50 is 800. So 400 plus 800 is 1200. So 17 by 2 into 1200. So 1200 will be divided by 2. That is, you got it as 600. So 17 into 600, you got the value as 10,200. So in 17 months, total saving is rupees 10,200. Now see what is the question given here. On 1st Jan 216, Sanika decides to save rupees 10, rupees 11 on second day, rupees 12 on third day. If she decides to save like this, then on 31st December 2016, what would be her total saving? See, like previous question, the same question has been repeated. So solve it likewise and copy down in your notebooks. Now see here. What is the next question? A man borrows rupees 8,000 and agrees to repay with a total interest of rupees 1,360, that is 1,316 12 months. Monthly installments, each installment being less than the preceding one by 40. That means again the value is preceding. That means again some of the value will be in negative. Now find the amount of the first and last installments. Now see here. The amount repaid is what? Rupees 8,000 plus 1,360. So total amount you got it as 9,360. So number of installment is 12. That means n. The value of n here is 12. Sn is your S12. That is 9,360. Now see. Each installment is rupees 40 less than the preceding one. That means the difference, common difference, your D is minus 40. Okay. So now you have to make use of Sn, formula for Sn. So Sn is equals to n by 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Now you know you have to find S12. S12 here given is as 9,360. So 9,360 is equals to n is 12. 12 by 2. That is 2a plus 12 minus 1 into minus 40. So put on the values in the equation. You will get the value of a. So now by solving that you got the value of a as 1000. Now see what you have to find. Find the amount of first and last installments. That means you have to make use of formula T of n. So now using that formula T of n is equals to a plus n minus 1 into D. Now the value of a you got it as 1000. So T12. So T12 is equals to 1000 plus 12 minus 1 into minus 400 and minus 40. So 1000 plus 12 minus 1 is 11 into minus 40. So 11 into minus 40 is minus 440. So 1000 minus 440, that is T of n, you got it as 560. Now see the next question. What is the next question? Sachin invested rupees 5,000 for the first year, rupees 7,000 for the second year, rupees 9,000 in the third year in National Savings Certificate Scheme. How much amount did he invest in 12 years? Now see, same thing what you have to use here. Here your A is 5,000. the difference between, now see, Sachin has invested 5,000 in first year, 7,000 in second year, 9,000 in the third year. Now using that values, now see what will be your A will be your 5,000 and D means difference between. So difference is 2,000 and N is what the timing given here is 12 years. So that means your N is 12, period is 12. So now what you have to do, you have to make use of SN formula. So that is S of N means total sum. That is S of N is equals to N by 2 into bracket 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Whatever the values you have to put on in the formula. So you will automatically get the value of S12 here, whatever you have to find. See the next now. There is an auditorium with 27 rows of seats. There are 20 seats in the first row, 22 seats in the second row, 24 seats in the third row, and so on. Find the number of seats in the 15th row and also find the total number of seats in the auditorium. Now see, the sequence has been given here. So what is that sequence? 20 seats in first row, 22 seats in the second row, 24 seats in the third row. That means sequence here given is 20, 22, 24 and so on. So the value of A here you got it as 20 and the common difference between the sequences is 2. Now there are 20 seats in first row, that means your A. So now you have to make use of formula T of N. So T of N is equals to A plus N minus 1 into D. Now you have to find the number of seats in the 15th row. So T of 15, you have to make use of T of 15. So T of 15 is equals to 20 plus 15 minus 1 into 2. So that is 20 plus 14 2s is 28. So 20 plus 28, that is T of 15 is 48. So by using these values of A and D, you have to find what is the value of S27. So please, whatever the questions I have taught now, you have to copy down in your books and please try at home.